Hi, in this video we're going to talk about parallelism so that we can use consistent grammatical structures in our sentences. So what is parallelism? Parallelism is when we use the same structure in a list of two or more items. So we must be sure to use matching grammatical structures. So let's look at some examples. Here's an incorrect example. I love cooking, swimming, and to read. Notice that we have a gerund, a verb ending in ing here, cooking, another one, swimming, and then the third item in our list is to read. So it does not match. It does not have the same grammatical structure. So we could correct this by changing the sentence to I love cooking, swimming, and reading. So there we have three words that are in the same form in our list. Let's look at some more examples. So here we have a series of nouns. I like to read books, magazines, and blogs. So three items in a list and they're all nouns. Books, magazines, and blogs. So we do have parallel structure. Here's another example. Over the weekend, I read, swam, and hiked. So in this case, we have three verbs. Notice that they're all in the past tense. So they're all in the same form. Here's another example. It is cloudy, windy, and cold today. So in this case, we have three adjectives: cloudy, windy, and cold. And our last example, we even need to use parallel structure with entire phrases or entire clauses. So here's an example. Martina cares about her professional life as much as she cares about her social life. So we have an entire clause. Martina cares about her professional life, and that is parallel to, it has the same structure as the next clause. She cares about her social life. So these are all good examples of parallel structure where we're using the same grammatical constructions in a series or list of two or more items. Let's do a little practice. We're going to check each of the following sentences to determine if they have parallel structure, and if not, we're going to correct them. So here's our first one. Marta's daughter Fran adores math, grammar, and practicing spelling. So she adores math, grammar, and practicing spelling. Does that seem like it has parallel structure? Well, we've got the noun math, noun grammar, and then we have this third item, practicing spelling, which is part of a verb and then the noun. So how could we correct it since it's not parallel? Well, we need to have three nouns. So we could simply remove the word practicing. Let me highlight it completely. We could remove the word practicing. So then our sentence would read, Marta's daughter Fran adores math, grammar, and spelling. And there we have three nouns in our list for parallel structure. So let's move on to the next example. She loves reading, writing, and to do math problems. So she loves reading, writing, and to do math problems. Does that seem parallel? Well, we've got reading ending in ing, writing ending in ing, and then we don't have a similar form for the part about math problems. So how could we change it? One way would be to remove the word to and change it to doing. So then our sentence would read, she loves reading, writing, and doing math problems. So there we have parallel structure. Three forms of verbs ending in ing. Our next example is here. She is both talented and has motivation. So, is this one parallel or not? She is both talented and has motivation. So what we're looking at is talented and has motivation. Are those similar forms? This one's a little bit trickier. This one is actually not parallel. She's both talented and what would be a similar form? How could we say that she has motivation in a form that's similar to talented? Well, we could say that she is both talented and motivated. So we'll take out the word has and change motivation to motivated. So then the sentence would read, she is both talented and motivated. So we have parallel structure now. Here's another example. For Fran, reading is more fun than to play outside. So what are the two items here? First we want to focus on what are the two items that need to be parallel. Reading and to play outside. So we can see that those are not in the same form. Reading is another form ending in ing, however, play, we have to play. So it's not the same grammatical structure. So if we take out the word to and change the infinitive verb to play to playing, then we have, for Fran, reading is more fun than playing outside. So reading and playing are parallel. They're the same grammatical structure. So now we have a correct sentence. And we'll look at our last example. Fran cares about her grades as much as she cares about her friends. So here we have two clauses. Fran cares about her grades and she cares about her friends. And in this case, we do have parallel structure, so this one is correct. Fran cares about her grades, she cares about her friends. Both are complete clauses. So that one doesn't need any improvement. It's already parallel. So let's quickly review what we've discussed. Sentences require parallel structure. This is called parallelism, and it's required anytime we have a series of two or more nouns, verbs, adjectives, phrases, or clauses. To correct parallelism, we rephrase sentences. We may need to change the wording a little bit, and we need to check to be sure that the grammatical structures are matching. So that's it. That is our brief lesson on parallelism.